What's going on, guys? Magician JSO here, and it's that time again. It's time for the rematch up against King of American Burgers guy. So, this is it. This is the moment of truth. Can Walkers of Gilmore make history and beat King of American Burger guys again and secure the lock for first place in the Rumble? This is the match that's going to decide it. Should we beat them again, then we are locked in for first place in this Rumble match, and there's nobody who can take it away from us for that first. That being said, if we lose this match, there is a chance that they will knock us out of first, and we will not be able to come back. We could still hypothetically lose this match within a certain point differentiation and still take first place because we beat them in the last match, so it would tie us both at a 1 loss in the entire Rumble because I don't anticipate us losing our next match in the final matchup with whoever we're paired up against. That being said, we don't want to leave it to RNG and chance on that. We want to get that win now, so let's see what we can make happen. So our first matchup is going to be up against WarholBot. I'm going to go ahead and open up with my Diamond Crusher here, as it is my best item card. Warhol plays a Bender's Clowns, great defensive card with that 11 wall and 59 HP. So I'm going to go ahead and make my chicken fight there instead of the Bakaneko, because I'm going to want to be able to take out whatever his defensive line is. I'm not worried too much about taking too much damage from his Bender's Clowns, which is why I want that chicken fight instead. So at this point, I play my Diamond Crusher down again because it's just a high HP card. He makes Will of a Housewife. That's going to get out of control real fast with its 16 craze and 31 punch, so I decide I have a couple options here. I can do my Action Delivery Force to hijack the craze, or I can go Bakaneko for that leech. I ultimately decide for the leech because I do want to try to keep my cards at high health, and Chicken Fight in slot 1 with that punch and bomb has a good chance of demolishing Will of the Housewife. And sure enough, it was enough damage to take out the entire wall, so I think that was the right move there, because now I'm in a good spot to try to turn this into 100 on him. At this point, I'm going to want to go ahead and just play high HP item cards because he has holes in his wall there, so I'm just expanding the health wall while also giving my stuff bonuses that'll have heals. So I make the Stick and Hake there on the off chance that I do need to get a heal in from it because Bakaneko doesn't have a lot of attack, so it would have a chance to proc, but I ultimately didn't need it for the 100 there. The next matchup is up against Matt DS. I'm going to go ahead and open up with my Brian the Home Invader Lewis as it's my only item card. He opens with a Cupid Bobby. With only 51 HP, I can go ahead and make my Christmas Punch-Out Bob to one-shot it, no problem. And that's what I end up doing there. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and play my Diamond Crusher down there, and if I go and make my Chicken Fight next turn, it'll ensure Bob has way more attacks so that there's no card that he can play down in slot 1 that'll not be able to be one-shotted. So at this point, it's just another Chicken Fight there to expand the health wall. Everybody's back at full health. This is going to be another 100 in my second match against them. So in match number 3, I'm paired up against Demis, one of their heavy hitters here, so I gotta be real careful with the way I play this one. I open with Brian the Home Invader Lewis. He plays a Freezer Dome Gene, so I'm gonna go for the Christmas Punch-Out because it has the leech, because I'm not gonna be one-shotting that. I also do have the hijack built into Christmas Punch-Out, so I'll be stealing any craze that the Freezer Dome Gene tries to get going off the ground. At this point, I'm just expanding my wall here now, throwing out my chicken fights to get my health up and do some punch bomb damage, just try breaking through his defensive line. So we're going to throw out another chicken fight there to do that, and I'm in a pretty good spot here because my cards keep healing each turn, and Christmas Punch-Out does have that leech to try to get back up to full health each turn when I'm doing this. So right here, both Bob and Bender's Clowns, I believe, are going to be going down. So is Diamond Crusher with all of these punches. So I've now completely demolished his defensive line. He does have a Cartel Klaus, so that does have a lot of health. I'm not going to be one-shotting with Bob, but with my chicken fight wall there, everything's going down. It's ending this turn. I just play a high HP card there to try to keep the health wall as high as possible. Everybody's healed back up to full, though. The Cartel Klaus is going down. It's over this turn. That's going to be another 100 for match number 3. So in this next one, we're up against WarholBot again. You'll notice this time his hero is Zap, so it looks like I'm hitting his offense deck this time, so I should have an easier time getting a score on him. I make the Christmas Punch out there. His Bobby's going to go down no problem in a one-shot. He has the Kapora he's playing. That's definitely a low HP item card. This is definitely his offense deck, so I'm in a fantastic spot here because his offense deck is a lot easier to one-shot than his defense was. So all I have to do is play my hard-hitting punch cards and my chicken fight, and that's 100 easy. Next up is MCR 1001. I go ahead and open up with my Arlen YMCA as it is my only card that I can play for the item. He opens with the Boy Witch Steve. So at this point, I'm going to go with the Will of the Housewife because it's going to be a really hard-hitting combo with 30 punch, and it has that 15 craze each turn to get stronger. He plays a Freezer Dome Gene, so he's hitting out hard with his hard-hitting defensive pre-combos here. Clearly his defensive deck is in right now. I play the Chicken Fight to buff up Will of the Housewife there. I'm going to go ahead and play my Arcturian down as another fighter card just to get the heal and buff up Chicken Fight a little bit more. So, Will of the Housewife, it all depends like where my punches go here. Because that Freezer Dome Gene does have 9 bodyguards, so all the cards are protected a bit by punch, but I am doing a good amount of damage here. So this is where I make my first mistake. I decided to make Stick and Hank here, because I thought I might need the heals there, but I didn't do the math. If I did the math properly, I'd see it's over this turn, and instead of comboing, I should have just played my highest health card to expand the health wall. Because if you look here, Chicken Fight ends it, he's still damaged a little bit there, that's a 99. Had I expanded that health wall, it would have been 100. Next up is 2 Jones. I'm going to go ahead and open up with my Diamond Crusher. It is my hardest hitting item card that is a fighter right now. He plays the Bender's Clowns in slot 1, great defensive card. I do my Chicken Fight combo as it is a good card to break down his walls. So he plays Super Dance Squad, so I'm going to go ahead and play my Brian the Home Invader Lewis as it's a fighter card. Now I have options. I could do Action Delivery Force because she has the Hijack, which will be stealing the craze from that Super Dance Squad so it can't get off the ground. Or I can go Chicken Fight. I ultimately decide Chicken Fight to take advantage of the wall of punches and bombs to just demolish his defensive line there. And if you look here, it actually pays off pretty alright to just take it out that Super Dance Squad right that turn. Next up, I'm going to go ahead and play another Diamond Crusher on the field there, because my Chicken Fight walls are doing a pretty good job of demolishing everything. And at this point, it's over this turn, so I'm going to expand the health wall to ensure that it's going to be the maximized score of another 100 right here. Next up, I'm up against Chad G232. I'm going to go ahead and open up a Diamond Crusher as it's the strongest item card I have. I go ahead and play my Chicken Fight in this slot instead of the Luis because I wanted to have a card set up for the defensive line to take out his any cards he's going to play. He opens with a Diamond Crusher there in slot 2. This is where I make a mistake. I play my Chicken Fight pre-combo to buff up my Chicken Fight in slot 1, and I get Bakaneko Fighter Luis in return. I think the better move would have been to play an item and then go for a combo in that slot, I think, because I could have made my Bakaneko in that slot, which would have been leeching. Anyways, I do end up getting some good damage on it there, and now my Chicken Fight is going to fall, unfortunately, because that Bakaneko is going to be eating through my Chicken Fight. Best case scenario would be the punch from it hits the Chicken Fight in slot 2, but it didn't. Instead, it hit Brian the Home Invader, so it was able to leech back some health. So at this point, I can either play a card in slot 2 or a combo. I believe I go for the combo instead of a card in slot 2, because any card I play, Bakaneko is just going to be leeching back on me anyways. So right here, I have a couple options. I can do my own Bakaneko, I can do my Mascot Fighter stand, the Action Delivery Force for the Craze Train, or I can make a Stick and Hank for healing. I ultimately decided to do the Action Delivery Force because with her 26 attack, I ensure it's over this turn so I don't take any more damage to my cards to try to maximize score. This next matchup against Direwolf is where things really started to change because the game crashed on me every single turn and it started to get me really salty. If you watch here, I make my Mascot Fighter stand in an attempt to one-shot his Brian the Home Invader there. So if you look, I unfortunately don't get it, but he plays his Leela and the game crashes right there. So I thought, okay, whatever, it's a crash, it's annoying, but whatever, I'll come back. I play my Diamond Crusher in slot 2 there with plans to make a combo next turn. Mascot Fighter stand gets a good punch on the Leela, and look, once again the game crashed. So he plays his Bob then in slot 1 there. I have quite a bit of damage on my cards here. I ultimately decided to make my own Christmas Punch Out to try to get the leech built into from the attack there, because I could do Stick and Hank, which has the wall, the payback damage to destroy Leela and have some heal built in. Ultimately though, I like the Bob better. Even Chicken Fight, like I can maximize the cards there, but Bob has Hijack. It just wasn't a good idea for that. Bob is the best bet for the Christmas Punch Out because he has the leech with the punch. So I go ahead and do my Bob move there. I get pretty lucky on a lot of the punches here. My Mascot Fighter stand's going to get the punch on the Leela and destroy it, and then Christmas Punch Out destroys his Bob. But once again, they crashed again. He played a Boy Witch Steve there. What I do in this slot is kind of a mistake. I play my Chicken Fight and motivate Christmas Punch Out Bob. I shouldn't do that though because I'm taking bite back damage from Boy Witch Steve. This is the difference between 100 and not 100, but I was salty at this point. I kept having to restart the game every match, and I was just eager to get it over so that the game would stop crashing. Ultimately though, the saltiness cost me it, and it was a 97 instead of 100. The next matchup was up against Carlos Spicy Wiener. So unfortunately I drew no items, all characters in the pre-combo for the off draw here. So I played Peter because he has the wall. I hope for an item, but nope, I draw Luis, another character. I play my chicken fight to try to buff him up there, and once again I draw another Peter. This match was really starting to piss me off at this point, because after the last one where it kept crashing every turn, and now it was giving me nothing but characters, I was really salty at this point, I'm not gonna lie. I was really pissed off at the game, because it was a lot of BS to have to deal with it crashing every turn, and only now for this next match to not give me any combos to play in such a crucial matchup to determine like our ranking. And once again I drew another character. I couldn't believe my luck. I was fuming at this point. My main goal was to just keep playing my high HP cards just to try to maximize my score at this point. That was my reasoning behind all of these plays here. So if you look here, unfortunately my Peter is going to go down this next turn, but that worked in my favor because his health was really low. So the Diamond Crusher did eat through it. I did take a bit of damage to my hero here, and Peter does go down. So that being said, with how that went down, that worked out alright in my favor. Unfortunately, Luis is gassed now, so I ultimately decided to combo her into Bakaneko to get some leech going with her. Because if you look, Diamond Crusher in slot 1 for his is going to die this turn, because I do have some bomb from Chicken Fight. Or rather, it wasn't a guaranteed death. It was, I had to get a lucky punch in here, too. I decided to risk it here, though, and I risked possibly taking 11 direct to have the Chicken Fight, Bomb, and Punch combos here to eliminate that card in slot 1, because I needed Bakaneko to start healing up to try to maximize score. So I took a gamble on this here. I also was really pissed off and wasn't thinking straight, but it worked out for me, luckily. So if you look here now, he decides to make his own mascot fighter stand there in slot 2. So his slot 1 is left bare, my slot 1 is left bare. His mascot fighter punches Peter. I take quite a bit of damage there. At this point, I need to find a way to heal Peter up, so I make him into a chicken fight, just abandoning slot 1. And we're now playing this match out in the middle slots, leaving our first slots each just abandoned completely. Though I do have a nice punch bomb wall set up on the field, so I do believe it's enough to get all of his cards going down. I get a lucky punch there on the mascot fighter. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough, so I do take some payback damage. It does end the match there, and that's a 79. And in the final matchup, I go up against Nicktastic. I made sure I played this one careful. I tried to calm down a bit, because I remember I took a loss to him in the last matchup. He opens with his Rodeo Bobby. I wasn't taking any chances. I just played my Christmas Punch out right away this time, because he has the leech built in with the punches. So I go ahead and play my Brian, the Home Invader Lewis there to counteract his action delivery force. So now I need to decide what combo to make. I ultimately decide to go with my Stick and Hank, because I was thinking that with the 17 wall, I could avoid taking damage from the action force delivery Leela and letting it craze off the ground. Because I could have did my own for the hijack, but it wouldn't have worked too well, because it's already going to be doing damage. So I ultimately decided to do the Hank, thinking I would block it with that 17 wall and have a nice heal train going with 17 payback. I forgot to take into account, though, my hero Zap's Cheer, which gives all of my cards a Cheer All by 2 attack each turn, and unfortunately, that oversight cost me, whereas his action delivery force had just enough to overcome my 17 wall to where it could start getting its craze going off the ground. So that did cost me a little bit. He plays another Cartel Klaus there in slot 3. If you look here, coming up next on the next turn, I'm about to make another rookie mistake. So I look at his defense of his action delivery force at 31, and I'm thinking Leela's Motivate will work to be that perfect on Stick and Hank to one-shot it, once again forgetting about the hijack there on it. So she just hijacks pretty much almost all of that, which means it's not enough to one-shot it. So once again, I'm just letting him do more damage to my cards. So like I said, I tried to calm down from being salty earlier, but after that game that just crashed, and then the game right after, where it was literally giving me nothing but characters, I was legit really salty at that point, and it shows in my gameplay here. I started making some Bush League mistakes in a lot of this. So moral of the story, don't play when you're salty. It's not gonna do you any favors. Ultimately, though, I do come back with my Will of the Housewife there. I get some really good punches on a lot of these. And all being said and done, Stick and Hank is on the field giving me a good heal all wall to all of my cards. I just play a high HP card here, just to try to maximize the health wall and maximize score. And if you look here, I get some good punches from the Christmas Punch out here. It's going to go over to the Cartel Klaus, get it really nice and low. Stick and Hank gave me the heal all to Will of the Housewife, and with that expanded health wall, that somehow was 100. And that completes my hits against King of American Burger guys in the rematch this match, guys. I ultimately did better this time around, despite my saltiness, because I didn't take any losses this time. If you look here at the final score, we ultimately did take the win here with 46,990 walkers to their 45,200. So we did secure the W on that match, which locked us into first place for the Rumble overall. All in all, it was an amazing Rumble for all of the matches. It was just so much fun, and I love the fact that we finally succeeded. We took down King of American Burger Guys. We made history. Walkers of Gilmore, the new champions of Rumble. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video and you enjoyed seeing us demolish King of American Burger Guys, go ahead and click that like button. And if you want to see more amazing Animation Throwdown content in the future, more Rumble matches, more sieges, more all of that, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, guys. I had a lot of fun this Rumble. Till next time, peace.